some of you.
Well, things are looking a bit more grim here. Freaking, I'm already, I haven't even been here 3 seconds and I'm already in combat. No, stab. 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 Freaking. Attacking the horse is too far. Don't you dare. My oh my. Stab. My oh my. Be gone. I don't know what that was, intro, but I feel like I'm seeing a lot of glitches in this game today. That was something to be sure. That was something for sure. My oh my. My oh my. Too late. You attacked my horse. Freaking. Don't get away scot-free if you attack my horse. I think my horse just locked itself in the wall. I guess we're walking. Great. Hey, new horse. Sweet. Look, that body's pleasant. You're my horse now. Save citizen. Oh man, my horse is yes.
Push him again.
Please, I've done nothing
You
wrong.
need something?
Yes, your death. And yours too. And all of yours. I need all of you to die. Right this instant. I keep forgetting that I have to take my finger off the counter button there. Whoop. No, how about you don't do that? 2 glitches in 1 minute. Yep. Oh my. No. No. Hey man. Whoa. I didn't even see you there. Right in the dick.
Is that the last of them? I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again.
What the heck is that guy doing?
You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured
That guy on the ground there is like, and I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you kids and that blasted dog. Well, I guess we can get into town like this now. Oh, I think we're fighting our way in. I don't think we're stealthing in. Whoops. Yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, do this to get in. Yeah, he's dying after he died. Alright, don't mind me. Guess I'm not riding the horse. Did he just T-pose for a second, or did he just, like, stretch out his arms exasperated, like? Oh, look, a viewpoint. Nice. Oh, this place is pretty run down, isn't it? Well, it looks like I already know which haystack this viewpoint reaches into. Don't mind me, I got things to do over here. Don't mind me. I do have a reason to be here. It is to synchronize. That dude's aiming his bow at me as I'm looking around all majestically. No. Whee! Oh, that cutscene plays all majestically there. And you just see as the camera goes around that random dude taking aim with his bow. What the heck is going on down there? What the heck, man? Eavesdropping, sure. Let's go eavesdrop. I guess. Let's drop on down. Get onto the bench. Who am I eavesdropping on? Someone this way, apparently. Okay.
You hear about Elaine?
The archer who guards the eastern wing?
Poor bastard's brother caught an arrow in the throat. Doubt he'll last the night.
How can he continue to work knowing what's to come?
He visits his brother often, so I cover for him when I can.
You aren't there now.
No. I've family business of my own to attend to.
Then he'd best hope the doctor doesn't learn of his desertion.
He won't. Long as you stay silent.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me.
Alright, so there are some fortress roof guards absent from patrol duty. Good to know. And me hiding everyone else. Yeah, I don't know why everybody just started running and screaming around the plaza there. Like, maybe if someone did something like this, they don't care. The merchant cares, and nobody else does. My, oh my. Well, just gonna take a little bit of a tumble real quick, don't mind me. Just Altair things. Just typical assassin things. You know? Can I climb this? Wonderful. Hey, man.
I will make you bleed.
Ah! Freaking... My rooftop, not yours. Okay, what is the Thanos quote? I want to make the quote the next time I throw somebody off a rooftop. As I was saying. Oh, man. Yeah, I heard the merchant's place there. Okay, I want to remember what that Thanos quote is before he throws Gamora off the cliff so I can say it next time I throw somebody off something. Like, I might Google it. Because I want to recall what it is. What is it? I'm Googling it right now. Let's see here. Maybe I can just look up Thanos quotes. Maybe. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find the quote. Here's one that has 18 quotes apparently. Because I want to say it when I throw somebody off the roof there. Let's see here. Till I find the one. Let's see here. Where is it? I'm being attacked! I'm trying to find a quote! Okay, after stabbing him in the dick, let's continue here. Let's see here. Can I find... Oh, here it is. The hardest choices require the strongest wills. That's what it is. The hardest choices require the strongest wills. I'm gonna say that the next time I throw somebody off the roof. Pause the game, that's for nerds.
Thank you, my boy.
My
I
boy.
only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that they hear this tale and know what it is to be a true hero.
Okay, the hardest choices require the strongest wills. I gotta remember that so I can say it when I throw people off roofs. The hardest choices require the strongest wills. I gotta remember that. Because it's hilarious. Let's see here. I'm a nerd. Okay. There was this one time I hosted somebody, a 0-viewer Minecraft streamer. And after I hosted him, I said, "Get hosted, nerd." And he took offense to being called a nerd. When, you know, we're streamers on Twitch playing video games. Like, and you're gonna take offense to being called a nerd? Really? You know? Anyway, I got banned from that stream. I think that was the first time I got permanently banned from a stream. All because somebody got butthurt that I called them a nerd after sending my viewers to them when they had zero. Yeah, that's a true story. Be gone. Bye. Like, there is some more depth to that story. Like, I hosted them. I said, "Get rated, nerd," just as a typical kind thing I do. He was streaming for 0 viewers. I think I rated him with 7 people. If Carvia, if you're still here, you were there, so you know what happened. If you're still around here lurking, you were one of the ones I rated him with. And after I said, "Get rated, nerd," his only response to hosting was like, "Oh, that's rude," and then he just kept playing. And typically when somebody hosts you, choosing your stream out of every other streamer live right now, and there's something like 5 million monthly streamers, and it's only gonna go up. You'd think choosing your stream out of everyone else could at least warrant a, like, "Hey, thanks," you know? Like, if somebody I don't know hosts me, then I'll be like, "Thanks so much for the host. What were you streaming? What are your favorite games? How long have you been streaming? What's your favorite thing about being a streamer?" Stuff like that. I'll try to make a new friend. But not everybody else sees it that way. So, he was just like, "Oh, that's rude." So, because he was a 0 viewer streamer who barely had any followers, I figured like, oh, maybe he was just new. Maybe he just doesn't know what like a raid or host is. So I asked him like, do you know what a raid or host is? And he was like, oh, I know what it is. And I was like, oh. So typically when somebody like raids or hosts you, like good etiquette is to at least say thanks. And after I wrote that, he told me, well, it's not like you did anything special for me. You just typed /host. He started boasting, being like, oh, I get raided like every other half hour. It's like, my dude, if you got raided as much if you boast that you do, then you wouldn't be a 0 viewer streamer. Like, just putting 2 and 2 together. Hey, thanks for the host, Cam. I can see that in my chat. I appreciate it. I know you don't do a whole lot of streaming, but thanks for the host anyway. And yeah, you're not wrong, intro. I do get excited when somebody new raids me. Yeah, the SMH get banned. So he started boasting about like how many raids he got, like how many hosts. So I told him, okay then, Mr. Big Shot, don't expect any more hosts or raids from me then. And I thought that was the end of it. I thought that's how it was gonna end. I left for a couple minutes. I think I had the tab still open, and I came back to the tab and I found myself permabanned after telling him that he couldn't expect any more raids or hosts from me, since he gets so many of them anyway. And then a couple hours later, I'd gone and eaten supper by this point. I came back, I found that the tab was still open, so I switched to it and I was about to close the tab until I read the chat that had gone by with somebody where it was clearly a conversation that they were having about me. So I went back to the VOD to see the conversation that was happening with this guy, with one of his subscribers, where he was like, yeah, I had to take a break for a couple hours because this one guy came in who was saying some really nasty things. He was saying things like, you're not gonna get followers or subs anymore, when what I had said was I wasn't gonna raid him anymore. I don't know how he interpreted that as, you're not gonna get followers or subs anymore. Like, he was basically the people who support him monetarily by subbing like that, he basically makes himself out to be the victim and get support like that, is my interpretation of it. That was my interpretation of that, personally. But he was basically just acting like, yeah, I had to take a break for a couple hours because this guy came in and he was saying some really nasty things. Like, he had called me a nerd, he said that I wasn't... Oh, that's the guy that I pushed off the roof. Oh, I lost my train of thought now. Can I make it there? Yeah, he was saying some really nasty things and just being really mean, but I'm really glad you're here now, and like was acting as if he had just been through this super traumatic ordeal and like I was one of the rudest people out there when he was telling me that hosting and raiding him meant nothing. Am I trapped here? Meant nothing. And yeah, you're not wrong, Cam. I think I was trapped there. I think I had to jump off. Anyway,
Climb tall structures to gain a bird's eye view.
Harmonia is on Carvia levels of niceness, or is Carvia on Harmonia levels of niceness? That is the real question. Anyway, yeah, you like, what kind of person do you have to be to get offended by me, somebody who literally goes out of their way to be nice to people? And to think that it all started spiraling out of control because I called him a nerd, because I hosted him and I was like, get hosted, nerd, all fun. Like, I wonder if I could in theory go back in time and do that situation over, like, differently, would he have thanked me for the hoster raid if I hadn't called him a nerd? Like, I'm genuinely curious. And there's no way to know, like, even if I made like a fake channel and raid, there's no way to know because I don't know what channel it is anymore. I haven't bothered to remember, which is a good thing. What up, nerd? Fake crying activated. That's basically what happened after I came back a couple hours later and then listened to this conversation that happened while I was gone. He made a voice as if he had just been crying from the stuff that he said. He was like, I had to take a break for a couple hours, but I'm really glad you're here now. To his subscriber there. It's like, I called him a nerd, told him that he should thank people for raiding and hosting him. And then the nastiest thing, the nastiest thing that I told him was, okay, Mr. Big Shot, don't expect any more hosts or raids from me anymore, since you're getting so many anyway. That was the nastiest thing I said to him. And, you know, well, let's talk to this guy.
He's after me. He saw
That's my
me.
story.
He will kill me, and my wife and children. What a mess. Have you come to end my misery?
That's
No.
the
And
first
though I
stream I
live
got
is more
permabanned
compassionate
from.
than I thought.
And there have been plenty
Could you
others
help me
since then.
A knight of the Hospitalier is after me. If you could eliminate him, you would do a fellow a real honor. I've been here in Acre since the Crusaders were laying siege. I can give you important information in return.
Cool. Stealth assassinate all targets and return to the informer without being exposed. Time to permaban Harmonia. I'm permabanned in a few streams. Because the thing is, like, people who've known me for a while know that I go to my way to be nice and to make new friends and stuff like that. But something that's maybe less known is I also go to my way to call out people who are, you know, stuck up or entitled or all manner of things. So like, for example, if somebody comes into my stream and just drops their Twitch link and is like, come watch my stream, and then leaves, then I'll go to their stream and I'll post my link in their stream. And I usually get banned for that, which is pretty funny, considering that if other people post their link in other streams, like, maybe they don't know any better. Maybe they don't know that it's like rude etiquette or something. But if they're banning you for posting links in their stream when they do it to others, then that means they know that it's wrong and they're just doing it to be a dick, which is pretty funny, you know? Oh man, like, boy, you don't get your 0 viewer always post about raids when clearly you haven't got many butt on somewhere? Huh, what? I think I got the main idea of what you were saying there. But yeah, this guy was saying that he got like raids every other half hour, where it's like, my dude, you probably don't. Cam, twitch.tv/acousticharmonia, come watch my stream, leaves. Yeah, I hate it when people do that. And it's really funny considering, like, a lot of streamers will get offended just outright by other people promoting their streams and their streams. I don't. I have a panel in my description that says other streamers, and it reads, if I can remember, like off the top of my head, growing on Twitch is hard, so if you're a small streamer, tell me about your stream. I'd love to network and connect with other streamers out there who are trying to grow. You know, that's definitely not it word for word, but I literally have a panel in the description of my Twitch channel that says, if you're a streamer, tell me all about your stream. I want to make a new streamer friends. What I don't tolerate is people just coming here to promote themselves and that's it. Ah, so here it is word for word. Growing on Twitch can be super tough, so if you're a streamer, tell me about your stream. I'd love to be able to meet some awesome new people and help support fellow streamers. So let me know if you're a streamer and tell me a bit about yourself and your stream. This does not mean to drop your Twitch link and bail. Exactly. And another streamer who I know, Thermite, who hasn't streamed in a while, he's been committing to YouTube stuff for a while. Seeing that, he actually asked me if he could, like, copy that and use it for a description in his stream for, like, a similar panel. Like, he looked at that and he was like, you worded that so well, can I use that as well? And I was like, absolutely, go ahead, man. So, unless he's taken it away, if you go to the Twitch channel I'm Thermite, you'll find those exact same words on his channel, because he loved the way that I worded mine. He was like, dude, that's awesome, can I use that? And I was like, absolutely, go for it. Am I supposed to assassinate someone over here? I'm losing track of things. If you say get raid and host every 30 minutes just to make chat think you're a big ass streamer, you need to get a real job. Yeah. Yeah. A 0 viewer Minecraft streamer who boasts about getting raids and has his excuse for not even saying a simple thanks for getting raided. Found it, straight copy, take my head. He asked if he could copy, and I was like, go ahead. But yeah, so that's the story of the first stream I got banned from. So yeah, I typically go out of my way to try to make new friends and to try to be nice and such. But as I was talking about with other people just dropping their links in streams and doing rude things, I also go out of my way to call out people on their BS. Like, if anybody follows my Twitter and sees some of the replies I make to YouTube comments, you know it's a hell of a time. Like, there was this one guy who saw my Dead by Daylight palette guide. Hold on, should I assassinate this guy quickly before I get more distracted? Hold on, let's assassinate this guy before I continue my story. Who is it? This guy? I think it's this guy. Report to the informer and complete the memory. Okay. Anyway, so there's this one guy on my Dead by Daylight palette guide who got offended by one of the comments I made during the palette guide. There was 2 people that actually got offended by it. So in Dead by Daylight, there are certain tiles as Survivor playing against the killer. For anyone who doesn't know, it's a 4v1 killer versus Survivor games where the survivor has to escape, the killer has to kill everyone. There are certain tiles where as Survivor, you can just hold forward and just loop it over and over. Not forever, but for a very long time, to the point that they're called infinites. So, because it's not reliable to catch survivors fast on that tile, I cracked a joke during my Dead by Daylight palette guide that said, as killer, you should leave the chase, like give up the chase, if the survivor would rather run infinites to stay safe, rather than being good at the game to stay safe. Like, I cracked a simple joke like that people would typically be like, huh, you know, funny joke. And 2 people got offended by me making a joke bad-mouthing infinites. And the more recent one, both of them, funnily enough, there was a tech that I showed later where killers could go up a specific rock on 1 map out of 33, which has also been patched. But it's funny, because infinites are a thing that you can do on like a good chunk out of all the maps. But this one rock only exists for 1 palette on 1 map when there's 33 maps, and has since been patched. But both of them that got offended by it were like, how can you call infinites unfair when you're literally showing a tech when killers can go up a rock? It's like, my dude, you're talking about 1 palette out of like 280 in the game. If that's not cherry picking, I don't know what is. So I called out the first guy on that, being like, my dude, that is not an accurate comparison. And the second guy, the more recent one, I know that you shouldn't be responding to YouTube comments like that at all, but I can't help myself because I like calling people out for their BS. The second guy who commented, like, I can't believe, like, this, I wish this video was less biased, like, with the way that you talked about infinites there. Killer main, I'm assuming? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark? Whatever, it was a good video, I guess. And, how I responded to him, I was thinking about being factual and like pointing out the fallacies in his arguments that he made. Thank goodness for first-year philosophy classes in university. But instead, I elected for a short, just, sorry you felt targeted. Like, here I am insulting infinites, which typically you only really run as survivors if you're, you know, willing to be rude. So, here I went for the simple, short version that was, sorry you felt targeted. Yes, philosophy and a YouTube comment. I was thinking about calling out his logical fallacies that rendered his argument invalid. Things I never thought I would use from that class.
He's dead. Oh, I am extremely grateful.
Anyway.
So, here is what I know about Garnier de Naplouse, Grand Master of the Hospitalier. Garnier let his patients roam the halls of his fortress. No one, save scholars, may enter his personal workspace, and the rooftops are guarded by archers. I'm sure this information will help deliver Garnier to the gates of hell.
And for reference, I don't main killer, I play both sides. And when I play Survivor, I don't run Infinite, unless I'm like the last person left. Or the killer is like a jerk or something and I want them to suffer. You know, investigation is complete. Yada yada. Anyway. So yeah. Anyway, the moral of all the stories I'm telling is basically, I will go out of my way to make new friends and be nice to people, but I'll also go out of my way to call people out on their BS. Like, I do both. Some people will usually only do one or the other. I do both. So, you know, there's a little bit to know about me there. Or, here's another example. No, did I just... Okay, never mind. I thought I assassinated the random lady going by. Yeah, moral of the story is just don't be a dickhead. And I won't have to call you out on your BS. There's the moral. You know. Gonna do a stabby or escape the stabby intro? What? With Assassin's Creed here. Anyway, also another type of YouTube comment that I'll see on my channel sometimes is, especially on part 1 of several series that I'll do, is somebody who posts a comment which has clearly just been copy-pasted on as many videos as they could of similar content, where it's somebody who's a small creator who can't figure out how to freaking grow their content. So they just copy and paste the same message that goes something like, wow, great video. I have a series on this game as well. You should check it out if you have the time. It's like, no. Like, you know that they just copy paste it all over the place when they don't even say anything specific that you did. In the video, they're just like, wow, great video, keep it up. If you have time, you should check out my series on it as well. In which case, if somebody does that, I will go to their series and I'll dislike it. I very rarely ever dislike videos, but that's a case where I will.
Those men intended to commit. Good of you to arrive when you did, stranger. I'll see to it that my husband hears of your bravery.
Because in my opinion, like, you know, yeah, lots of people do try to self-promote in the YouTube comments section like that. And they, whoa, this guy's holding him. And they try to, look, he's being held down. And they'll purposefully go to channels of small content creators and try to massage that person's ego to essentially get attention themselves. And like, I view it as a lot more evil, I guess, than most people would, because at the end of the day, small content creators, like I'm a small content creator, for example, and other small content creators are, yeah, he's a bouncer, that dude there. Grab that guy. Small content creators are oftentimes desperate for attention. It's no secret. Like, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, you know? But not to the point where I'm gonna do stuff like that, obviously. But small content creators don't know what it's like to have a large audience and have that craving to, man, I wish I could just get my message out there and like actually have an impact on people and have people like my stuff. So when you put a comment on the video of a small content creator saying like, wow, great job, like, I really enjoyed your video, you should check out my stuff. And that is literally trying to fool these small content creators and trick them into thinking that they have something that they don't to promote yourself. So the way I see it, not only is it rude, but it's arrogant, is the way I see it. Like, when you look at it like that, you're literally exploiting the fact that small content creators like strive for that kind of attention and oftentimes don't have it. So the time that they experience a hint of that, like, it's trying to give them a hint of that to get them to go to your own content, and that's just downright arrogant, I would argue. To put yourself so high that you're willing to use people like that. So I don't tolerate people who do that. So I dislike very few videos on YouTube. But I will dislike the videos of anybody who posts a comment on my channel saying, "Great job, you should check out my stuff." Because I don't tolerate that kind of thing. At all. Flag over here. The small creators gets that check out my version of the same game. Big boy creators get the click my link for a free gift card. Or like for a giveaway or something like that. Easy peasy. People have asked me to do giveaways before, but that's not happening. I got university to pay for. I don't make enough off of this to warrant that. Freaking.
Your life ends now.
The hardest of choices require the strongest of wills. That was the quote, right? You know. You're gonna try to self-promote in every single social media you deserve to get yeeted off a 15-story building. Well, I mean, there's a lot of people who self-promote in places who just don't know that it's rude. You know? And also, when it comes to self-promoting on social media, it's become such a joke at just increasing the number of stories on the building. Anyway, yeah, there's people who just don't quite realize what it really entails. Like, for example, has anybody gone on Twitter before and searched up the support small streamers hashtag? Because it's really funny. People who go live and to make their going live link searchable and post with the hashtag support small streamers hashtag, they don't do it for like, hey, you should support small streamers and like look around for more small streamers. They do it as a, you should come see my stream. Because for a long time, I heard that Twitter and like Discord communities were an excellent place to network with people. And to like, you know, interact with more streamers like that and make more streamer friends. So for over half a year, I spent putting quite a bit of effort into trying to make new friends through streaming communities. And it's not impossible. It's not like everybody who joins a stream community is just there to promote themselves. I've met some awesome people through streaming communities before. Like the first big streamer friend that I had, Marshall Monkey, for example, I met him through a streaming community. Another really good streamer friend, for example, Not So Formal, who sometimes stops by, who is a good streamer friend. I met him through a streaming community as well. So it's not like it's impossible to find people through streaming communities. It's just that it's so rare because they're so surrounded by people who just want to promote themselves, and that's it. That's what I learned from spending over half a year trying to make friends on streaming communities, is the way that I feel most streamers look at streaming communities is just another place for them to post their own link and never go to anybody else's streams. Sure, there could be plenty of other people posting their links there as well, but that's just another place for them to put their links as well and never go to anybody else's. So, yeah, the way I see it, for streamers looking to grow themselves, while many people will say join streaming communities, I actually recommend the opposite. Don't join streaming communities. You will find yourself just in a group of people that want nothing than another place to post their link. And that's it. I forgot where my original train of thought was going with that, but that's that. Alright, let's log onto this guy. But oh, I remember where I was going with that. People who do that don't realize that it's not the right thing to do, or that it could be rude. That's where I was going. That's what I was talking about. I was talking about how some people who self-promote themselves in places just don't realize that it's, you know, not the right play. Like people who take part in streaming communities just as another place to post their link and that's it. Probably don't realize that, you know, that's a rude thing to do. And how could they, considering that's all 98% of people who join streaming communities do, if I'm gonna be honest. Oh man, who are my S supports? My Lunatic Plus Classic file? I don't have it on hand, but I have it on an Excel spreadsheet on my phone. I'm also developing an Excel spreadsheet for Fire Emblem Three Houses. And one of these days, I might just make it like a resource that anybody can access, like my Excel spreadsheets that I use for Fire Emblem. And potentially making some more Fire Emblem guides, because I knew I made a handful before. Maybe one day I'll make some more, maybe I'll talk about my Excel spreadsheets and link them, or something like that. So, I don't know off the top of my head, but I have a whole spreadsheet for it lying around. Does this count as a secluded place? Can I punch him here? Let's punch him here. Punchy punchy. Ow. My oh my. Hey sir, I recommend that you look at my streams and tell me what you think. Link random
Don't
wink.
kill me. I'll do anything you want.
You serve Gagne?
He makes me say these things to keep the people from revolting, to give them hope and make them eager for his touch.
Tell me everything you can about the man.
Yes, of course. I know what happens within, what he really does.
Go on.
Not sick, not wounded when they enter, but once he's got his hands on them, then the pain begins.
He's no healer then. Just a sick, cruel man.
I don't know what it is he does to make them cry so loud, but it must be stopped before more are made to suffer. Will you stop him?
It's why you still live.
He is cautious. You must pick the proper time. Go to him when he attends to the patients. He forgets the world around him, becomes lost in his work. Yes, strike then.
I thank you for the information.
Then you'll let me go?
Would that I could.
That's very rude. Should learn some manners, Altair. Jeez. That's very rude there. Anyway, yeah, so if I want to wrap up that kind of whole train of thought, even though I may be a small streamer and small content creator myself, overall, my views of small streamers as a whole is generally negative, because I feel like most of them are so eager for attention and wanting to get their own stuff forward that they're letting it blind them and cloud their judgment from actually making meaningful connections with other streamers and trying to grow in healthy ways, you know, if that makes sense. And I can understand why that happens. There have been times, especially when I was starting out as a new streamer, where like I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And I probably would have figured back then if I had known how to do it, like, hey, if I could post my stream link in more places, I totally could. Like, I wouldn't be going around putting my stream link in other... I'm fighting with my fist, whoops. I wouldn't be doing outwardly rude things like posting my link in other streams or anything like that, but I don't know how different I would have acted starting out, so I can understand, like, where some people come from, where they just don't understand, like, the right way to go about things. But I feel like there's too many small streamers and small content creators out there that are focusing too much on their own growth and getting their own name out there, that they're letting it interfere with their chances to make meaningful connections and have organic growth like that, you know? Is it normal for a stream to start freezing on high quality? Am I dropping frames? Apparently not. Maybe it's something with internet on your end? I'm not sure, but sometimes it does act up here. According to OBS, it's not right now, but it is possible it's lying to me. But I also have the stream open there, and it looks like it's not dropping frames for me, so it might be something on your side. Hey man, time to die! Time to die! Stabbed in the shoulder. Dang it. There we go. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. I feel like that's the most in-depth I've ever gotten on my views about small streamers. But that's the way that I view that. And so I guess the bouncer squad is there. Oh, there's a flag here. So the moral of the story here is, if you're or anybody ever potentially watching this, if you're a small content creator like, don't have so much focus on just growing yourself that you close your heart to making meaningful connections and actually wanting to grow together with people. Or like, I wouldn't have been able to get as far as I have without the support of friends that I've made along the way, for example, other streamers that I've met along the way who were just like me, seeking to make friends along the way. Like, unfortunately, there aren't as many of those kinds of people as I wish there were, but once you do find them, then you count yourself lucky for having been able to make a connection like that. So never let the idea of getting your own name out there distract from. I kind of want to push this guy off the roof. I kind of want to push him off the roof here really quick. Hardest of choices required the dang it! So never let promoting yourself or getting your own name out there ever let you regress into a point that you start bringing down. That guy's just dead there. The quality of yourself as a person and the quality of your content, because it has a negative outlook on your stuff when you're posting your link everywhere that you can and being a jerk to people who genuinely want to make friends. I say acing an S&D in COD Mobile is a good thing? I have no idea what any of that means. I'm sorry to say. It's a viewpoint over here. Anyway, there's my motivational speech done for the day. Well, maybe not motivational speech, but genuine advice speech thing. I guess it's sort of motivational. Motivational to applying yourself to being a good person as a small content creator, I guess. Is what that speech is about. Whee! Oops. Hey, man. Aha! Stabby, stabby. I don't know why that cracked me up so much, but it just did. My, oh my. Oh, man. Anyway, what were we talking about before we started getting serious? Before we actually started having, like, serious discussions? I have no idea anymore. Because all I know is I started talking about... Oh, jeez, how did we get to that conversation anyway?
I think I couldn't have handled them myself.
I was talking about kindness, and then I started talking about... Wait, no, it started with me talking about getting banned from one stream, and it spiraled from there. But how did we start talking about how I got banned from a stream? I don't even remember anymore. Dang it. Dang it, man. Anyway, we got a viewpoint up here. Show yourself. Yeah, just get banned. Anyway, if we want to go back to that topic of conversation, I'm actually banned from quite a few streams now. Like, there's the guy who, because I'll call people out for their PS, I guess. So, oh, this is a different viewpoint. It's not, nice miss, nerd. Yeah, there's a stream that I was banned from for, calling him a nerd, among other things. But, like, honestly, the most offensive thing that I called him there was a nerd, which was meant in a playful way. It wasn't even meant to be an insult. I'm banned from streams that I post my link in, my Twitch link in, if they posted their link in mine first. Which is very ironic, considering they think it's okay to post their link in others, but the moment somebody posts their link in theirs, it's not okay. It's funny, because usually when that happens, it's usually an automatic ban done by Nightbot, which they've programmed to automatically ban anybody the moment they post any link. So, you know, there's that. Let's boopity bop. As I was saying earlier, I'll go to people's channels on YouTube to dislike their videos if they try to exploit small streamers into promoting their own content on those small streamers pages. It's like,
and know what it is to
My
be a
dude.
true hero.
Cool, man. Because, like I said earlier, you really shouldn't be trying to exploit small streamers' like, desperations for attention as a means to promote your own content. Like, that's just no bueno. So whenever I see somebody do that on my channel, it doesn't even matter if that comment's still there. For example, on my Pokemon Sword and Shield series, and like an hour after I posted the first part of Pokemon Sword and Shield, I noticed that there was a notification for a comment that was something like that, where it's like, wow, great video. Like, keep up the good work. If you get the chance, you should come watch my content. Like, I have a series on Sword and Shield as well. So I went to my video to see the comment, and when I got there, the comment was gone. So this is somebody who thought about doing it to the point that they actually did do it, but then changed their mind later, where they were like, maybe I won't do that after all. But little do they know whether or not it's still there. Like, in case people don't know this about YouTube comments, if the creator has notifications on, is even if you delete the comment, the creator still gets the notification from it, and it still shows that it's you. So I still went to this guy's Sword and Shield series to dislike it, because he thought about it hard enough that he was willing to do the act of promoting himself on a small content creator's video. And that's enough for me to warrant disliking a video. And I dislike very few videos on YouTube. Time to spam Harmoni's YouTube channel with comments, just promoting other content. Sometimes I'll get comments that are clearly done by bots, where it's like, hey, great video, man, keep up the good work. You should try using so-and-so, like some service that's clearly a scam, where it's like, you can use it to get more views. So, the last time that happened, I think the last time that happened, it was a bot that had like a lot of typos, where it's like, hey, good job, keep up the great work. You should try using so-and-so, you can use it to get more views. So what I replied with is I copied their commented and replied with the copy that I slightly edited. So I said like, hey, great job, keep up the good work. You should try using 6th grade English. You could use it to scam more people. So, yeah, like I've said before, I typically go out of my way to be nice, but at the same time, I'm also the kind of person that goes out of their way to call out people on their BS. Oh my goodness, I can't believe somebody's posting a YouTube link in my channel. At first I was about to say, of my channel, but that's not even my channel because it's misspelled. Also, speaking of my channel, it's really nice that, you know, I have my own custom link now, which is very nice. And here you are, a wolf looking to play games. Sometimes that's all it comes down to. How do I get up there? I don't know how to get up there. Welcome back, Frecky. I have no idea how to get up there.
You need something?
Anyway, I wonder, can I think of any other cases where I go out of my way to call people out on BS? Just Mr. Best Climber in the known universe. Yeah, easy peasy. Oh yeah, one other thing that I could mention. I haven't mentioned this on stream yet, since I haven't streamed in the new year yet until right now, which is technically January 2nd now, even though we started January 1st because it's past midnight now. So around November-ish, I saw about the pace that my channel was going at on YouTube, and I had a goal to hit 150 YouTube subs by the end of the year. And now it's currently the beginning of the new year, and lo and behold, instead of being at 150, I am at 194. So, we got past the goal by a decent bit. So, you know, there's that. And hello, Dar. Happy New Year. But anyway, getting so far above that goal has very much astounded me. Like, I feel like I'm finally getting closer to cracking the formula to, you know, getting videos to show up with the YouTube algorithm. Like, I'm finally learning how to properly tag my content. I didn't know how to do that for over a year. And just a few months ago, now that I finally learned how to do it, it's like I'm finally cracking the formula. It's incredible. I typically gain 1 to 2 subs every single day without me even going live as a small content creator, and it feels fantastic, if I'm gonna be frank. Like, sure, I'm still a freaking small content creator, so for somebody that's actually been doing it for a long time, who actually, you know, has recognition for their stuff, they probably look at that and be like, that's nothing. But to me, it's meaningful. To me, it's meaningful, and yeah. So, because I haven't said it on stream yet, I would just once again like to say to everyone, thanks for all the support along the way to help keep me inspired to keep doing what I'm doing and not, you know, give up along the way, I guess. Keep me motivated into keeping making stuff like this, having a good time playing video games, just chatting with people, you know? It has been a very interesting 2 years. In fact, it's about to become, like, as of the end of this month. Once we get to the end of this month, that will mark 2 years of me streaming. Since I started at the end of January. Technically beginning of February. 2 years ago. I don't know why I'm going around killing everybody here. The hardest choices require the strongest of... Dang it. Dang it, man. I just sent that bow to infinity there. I'm gonna take that flag. Anyway, now I've lost my train of thought. Anyway. Yeah, it'll be my 2-year anniversary. And then a couple months after that, it'll be my 2-year affiliate anniversary because I got affiliate within like 2 months of streaming. Or something like that. And then there's Carvia, who got affiliate within 6 days of streaming, which is not supposed to be possible since you're supposed to stream for 7 days in a month before they give it to you, but I guess Twitch devs saw Carvia's channel and were like, screw it, give it to him anyway. He has enough recognition, so props to Carvia. He hadn't even been a streamer for a week yet when he got affiliated, which is not supposed to be possible according to the criteria for becoming an affiliate. The hardest choices require the strong... Dang it! Anyway, but yeah, Cammy get zero subs a day, and in intro you get -1 subs a day, -45 and -1 brain cells a day. And Eldar, you and your non-existent channels popping off with the whole 0 subs a day. Make a channel, and then it won't be non-existent anymore. Yeah, I'm failing to throw somebody off a, well, a castle, be more precise, than a cliff here. Yeah, building. And Garby's a cheater. Yeah, he is. You fixed building, but not somewhat. Building's more obvious. More blatant. Okay, let's go to that thing there. Can I jump off a thing here? Without dying? Oh, it's that spot right there. How do I get there? Without dying. How did I get up here? How did I get into this castle? I start ranting about things and then I completely lose myself. Like, it's especially one of the reasons why I like doing streams more than pre-record videos a lot of the time. They each have their upsides and downsides, but one of the upsides of streaming instead of pre-recording is sometimes I'll get into rants like this due to where conversation with chat goes. You know, where the conversation just leads us. Oh, I've already done this one. This one's farther. Stream maybe like 3 times, maybe more. Still enough for me to count you as a streamer friend in my Discord server. People who've streamed once who are friends, I can count as a streamer friend. He just slowly climbs up. No, get down there.
You can't get away from me.
Famous last words. 5 followers for some reason, you're not sure why. Sometimes if people like other names on the platform or just like other people, they'll follow their channel just on the off chance that they stream one day so that they can actually see if they do decide to stream one day. So hello Dar, that means that 5 people like you enough that on the off chance that you stream one day, they want to be there to see it. Is typically what that means. Oh, there's a drop down here. Oh. Oh man. Boopity bop. Up we go. Guess I'll keep turning off the cameras and stuff for a few synchronizations. Usually, and then there's the archer on the other side there. Okay. I will leave this place. Oh, man. Got a gaming chair. And you got a new car there? Nice. One of these days, maybe I'll pick up a new car, but as long as mine still takes me from point A to point B, I probably won't, but mine is struggling a decent bit. For sure. It's definitely not quite as healthy as it used to be. Did anybody see the pictures I recently posted in my Discord server of my car covered in sawdust? It's a gray car, but it's become like half brown. Maybe not half, but like a third brown because it's covered in sawdust. Ow. I guess my prayers didn't help me there. I wasn't trying to do that. I was...
I'm catching up to you. I know this city inside out.
Oh man, I was trying to run, but I always keep mistaking praying for running. But that happens less now that I'm playing with the controller. My oh my. What channel? You guys see this? General, I think. Did this guy follow me and he just fell to his death? This guy was in hot pursuit and he was willing to chase me to his grave. Oh my goodness, where's this mission at? Just get this BS done for. I'm tired of dealing with this stuff that makes me uncontrollably laugh. Where is it happening? Whoa. I think it's somewhere down General. I started having a conversation about my car. And how it breaks down a lot. And we started talking about the weather in Canada. How it fluctuates in this part. Okay. Where? Oh, do I pickpocket up here?
Stop. You must not trespass here.
Freaking... The hardest of choices require the strongest of wills. I think I'm saying the quote right. Okay, it does say it's down below. And Harmony's gonna accidentally fall off a building while chasing some binder enemy. That'll be my karma. Where is this thing? It must be in this building. How do I enter it? Back. Welcome back. How do I enter this thing? Where's the entrance? Like a salty high school teacher once said to me, I don't see any entrances around here. A story I've told before. I don't know if anyone gets the reference. Probably not. Ah, here's the entrance.
Be gone, beg.
Freaking... Freaking... Anyway. I guess I'll tell that story now. Freaking... Ow. Right in the dick. No one's gonna attack? Okay. I gotta fight first and then I'll tell my story. Freaking... Be gone, thought. Aha! My oh my. Yeah, if only we had a bouncer squad around here. Alas, we don't. You shall not escape. No. No, no escape. Dang it. He escape. Anyway, for that story, in high school, they were kind of mental about wearing hats indoors. Some more than others, but a good portion of the teachers most certainly were. Ah! This man looks like he needs a Pepto-Bismol. And there was one in specific that I never had as a teacher of my own, but he was waiting in the halls. Sometimes it felt like just for me. And I only wore my hat twice during school days. From the entrance to my locker at the beginning of the day, and from my locker to the entrance to leave at the end of the day. And that was it. So, one day, I enter through an entrance, I start walking to my locker. I meet up with some friends right in front of this mental teacher's room, and I'm talking with them for a little while. Just chatting away for like 2 minutes, and then they leave. And then the teacher, who was just waiting for the conversation to end, comes out. This was when I was like in grade 12, so just 3 years ago. And he basically tells me that I can't be wearing my hat inside, and I tell him that I only just walked in. I take it off when I get to my locker. And he looks around like he goes out of his way to over-exaggerate it. He goes like this and he goes, well, I don't see any entrances around here. Like, I feel... Like, that dude must have had, like, some sort of traumatizing childhood experience with somebody that had, like, a hat on. Like he had seen his... Like, he had seen his family just destroyed in front of his face or something. By or like, somebody had burned his house down, and they were wearing a hat. And ever since that day, he loathed everybody with such animosity who ever wore a hat again. Like, I have no idea what that guy's problem was, but I like to think it was something like that. So there's that story. So like I said, trying to get into this building, to quote a high school teacher, I don't see any entrances around here. Yeah, and I wasn't at my locker yet. To answer Aaron's questions, how the frost gom? I didn't answer the question earlier because I don't know what it is. My oh my. You gotta sleep, good night everyone. Alright, thanks for stopping by and hanging out, intro. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good night. Where is this thing at? Oh, here it is. Too close to pickpocket. Aha!
So what you got there?
I'm Dupree.
Rubbish.
A guy killed his family and he's on a quest to find him and eliminate all hats on his way. That's what it felt like.
Nonsense scratchings.
Them's not nonsense, but words and letters.
Why is a man putting words and letters in a tube? It's a waste of tube if you ask me.
Must be important. Give it here, and I'll have a look.
Like you helped last time. I ain't letting you steal this.
Well, ain't you clever? Have fun with it then.
Don't mind me, I'm just gonna pray my way over here. If you ever want something to quote me on, quote this moment. One day, Harmonia said, I'm just gonna pray my way over here. Tap that booty. Acquired letter which shows the connection of Garnier and 2 other men. Although he's like, I lost it. Where could it have gone when there's only 1 other person in the hall here with him? Oh, man. But yeah. Okay, how'd the frost go? What, with winter? It's kind of annoying. But it's a regular life here. Never quite understood the no hats rule in school. I've been told it's for different reasons. Like, I've asked about it at my high school while I was there several times, and basically everybody gave me a different reason. But the 2 most prominent ones were it's a respect thing, or it's a security thing, because apparently they've had problems with, like, shady people coming in and, like, kicking over trash cans and stuff. Those are the 2 most prominent excuses. But it's so refreshing in a university for, you know, nobody to care about me wearing a hat, which I wear indoors to keep hair out of my face. I am a very long-haired guy. So, my hair tie can't tie all of it back. So if I don't have a hat on, then loose strands will get in my face and eyes and nose, like, all the time, and it's hella annoying. So what my hat actually does is it keeps the loose strands out of my eyes. So it actually helps increase my visibility both inside and out at the end of the day. Where is this guy who I saved? They might have run off. Just get more hair ties, easy. But there's strands that aren't long enough to make it back there, is why they get in my face. Is why that is. I might have to wait for this to reinitialize here. And a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, I went back to my high school to pick up my yearbook, since that was in. And when I walked in the front door, my plan was I would go to the languages area because that's where some of my favorite teachers were, and I made sure to arrive right before when I knew lunchtime was, so that, like, classes would be over for a while and I could actually go and say hi to some of my favorite teachers. And, like, it was fun catching up with some of them there. I felt really bad for one of them, who was one of my favorite teachers, who had wound up getting hit by a car, like, twice, and had to get surgery once in the span that I was away. It's like, geez, you've been through so much. I felt so bad for her. She was my Spanish teacher. She's like one of the nicest teachers I've ever had. But anyway, I made my way over to the languages area, and then I stood between a set of 2 doors. Like, you know how they have 2 sets of doors going, like, I assume other places in the world have, like, the 2 sets of doors entering and exiting certain buildings. And the reason for that is for the air pressure, it's an air pressure thing. So, like, you go in through the one door, there's often like a rug or something like that for wiping feet, and then there's another door that you go in through. I stood in between those two doors. And one of the teachers from the front of the school freaking tailed me all the way to the other side of the school to the languages area to basically, and he told, to basically give me a rundown, to rant to me about me wearing my hat here. So basically, he told me that he suspected me of being somebody who was here to cause trouble because I had a hat on. Like, the people, like, or the teachers, I should say, of that school, when it came to students having hats on, were absolutely mental. Like, to an unhealthy point. Like, he was talking to me there for like 10 minutes about how I can't wear my hat there, even though I'm not even a student anymore. So, you know, you wish you had a nice Spanish teacher? Yeah, even though I never did particularly well at Spanish, those were fun classes, luckily. My oh my. So yeah, when it came to the whole hat situation in high school, wasn't a fun time for people like me who literally optimally will wear a hat to increase their vision by keeping loose strands out of their face. You know? You must be anonymous to speak with a safe citizen. Ow. Yours is really strict who would well talk completely in Spanish and make learning lessons really challenging because the teacher speaking at least some English helps you know a little. Yeah, for me, I was in beginner Spanish classes, so it was typically pretty basic stuff. I know I don't remember like any of it. Never expect me to speak any Spanish. Doesn't help you're just awful at Spanish. So was I. I was really lucky that so much of the grade of that class was based on like projects rather than our speaking skills. I did much better in that class than I would have otherwise because of that. So thank goodness for that there. Let's go save another citizen. You know, from when I played this game originally, which as I was saying before, I think it was before Unity came out, I just played it because I was planning on going through all the games in this series so I could have that under my belt and have that experience. And with this game, it originally felt kind of flat. I wasn't really that entertained by it. It kind of felt a bit boring. I mostly got through it just because I felt like, okay, I gotta get this done to move on to the other ones. But now, this is not how I remember playing it at all. Like, I remember being bored with that game, not having a whole lot to do. Just getting it done for the sake of getting it done. But now, playing it now, all these years later, I'm genuinely having a lot of fun with this game right now. Like, I don't know why I played the way that I did back then, or how rushing through made me have such a negative opinion of this game, or maybe I just didn't understand the mechanics well enough. But honestly, I'm having a lot of fun with this game right now, honestly. I'm actually having a good time. Like, it probably also helps that I understand it a lot better than I did back then. Like, I don't think I ever knew that counterattacks were a thing, for one. But yeah, sounds good, Aaron. Like, playing something like this in 2007, how old would I have been then? I would have been 8 years old. So I wouldn't have been playing this back then when it first came out. But I can imagine, like, considering how much fun I'm having with this right now, if I was a gamer my age in 2007 playing this, man, this would be freaking revolutionary right now, honestly. Like, this would be unbelievably fun for when it came to game standards. You'd probably have fun with this game if you got it. Yeah, I was expecting, honestly, when it came to doing my series on Assassin's Creed on this channel, I honestly thought that going through this first game here would be that same situation of like, okay, there's better games to come, but if we're gonna do it in order, we gotta start with this one, and it's gonna be a little bit of a slog to get through this one. Like, there might be some fun times. And then now what's turned into, I don't know if the difference is because I'm streaming it and I'm having a lot of fun ranting about things while I'm doing it, or the fact that I'm you know, understanding game mechanics better, going around doing things, having fun exploring and doing side quests. It's a combination of everything. It's what it is. I'm genuinely actually having a lot of fun with this game. I honestly am. Wish you would have been able to get this game in its prime though. Too bad you would have been way too young. Yeah. Yeah, same. I think I had my PS2 back then. Games I was playing back then were probably still Sly Cooper. I played those games for a lot of years after they initially came out. I sometimes still play them to this day. Those are really good games. Maybe I had a Wii by then. I started with a PS2, and then I had a Wii from there. And then I had like all Nintendo consoles from there. And PC. I'm playing on PC right now with an Xbox controller. But no, there are kids who play Call of Duty nowadays, but Chief, I'm not one of those kids. I was just playing some Pokemon Emerald, man. Yeah, I didn't even get into gaming for a little while compared to when my friends did. Like, when it comes to the age range I was in, most of the people who I went to school with, like in elementary school, their first Pokemon games were the Game Boy Advanced ones. I only got into the whole gaming scene in general a bit later, so for me, my very first main series Pokemon game was Diamond version. I'm pretty sure my first Pokemon game at all was Blue Rescue Team, and I adore that game. Though I adore PMD2 even more. Former challenge. But that's my age range, where it's like, if I started when I could have been in the Game Boy Advanced era for Pokemon games for childhood. But I started in the DS age instead. That's where my age range is. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't have been playing something like this when it first came out at all. I didn't have the console for it, and there's also no way that I could have played something like this at that age.
Remember me? No?
And yeah, like you said, there are plenty of kids who do play stuff like Call of Duty nowadays. Like,
Al-Mualim has charged me with a mission that I am honored to perform.
I feel like parents who have kids who want to play games should just get them something like Mario or Pokemon. That's the stuff that I enjoyed as a kid. It was awesome. And honestly, I don't feel like something like COD would have been. What the heck? Do I have to collect flags in this time? Something like COD would have been good for me at that age there. I've honestly never even played COD. Actually, I did once. I take that back, but just once. Guys, we're doing this on the topic of playing games in their prime. Finished Pokemon Black. Whoa! Dang it. Oh, sometimes I hate being a streamer because I want to read chat, but there's also times that I have to look at the screen. Finish Pokemon Black in your quest to replay the Unova games, and God, you miss the days of getting with a bunch of friends or family members and messing around. Woo! In the dream world? Yeah, I never had the chance to do that. I used to do multiplayer stuff with Generation 4 Pokemon all the time. But by the time Generation 5 came... Where's the next... Oh, I see it on the map here. By the time Generation 5 came out, we were in junior high, and, like, we didn't really do that much stuff anymore. But in elementary school, for my parents to pick me up, I used to be in after-school care. And a few other friends used to be there as well. And we used to do all sorts of Gen 4 Pokemon stuff. You know, after school care. I'll whip out our DS's and do that. Those were the days. Where is this last flag? Do I just talk to him? Oh, okay, cool.
Not enough to change my mind about you, but since Al-Mualim commands, here is what I know about your next target. Garnier hides in the Hospitalier Fortress. Getting into the fortress will require cunning. That's all I have for you.
Nice, man. But yeah, I don't know, like, if it's just that I'm at, like, a better age for being able to appreciate this kind of game. The fact that I'm better at games, the fact that I'm doing more, or the fact that I'm streaming this, I imagine it's all combined. But this game is so much more fun than I remember it being. Like I said, if I was this age and playing this game in its prime, if I was a freaking 20-year-old in 2007... and playing this game, I would have been addicted on the spot. Honestly, I would have easily 100%ed this game. Hey, a flag. Dream World was a lot of fun. You've heard that if you play played the game during gaming events, that was one of the best things because there'd be so many people in the dream world at all times. You could really be there like all afternoon. It's pretty cool. I never like, really got the chance to try out the dream world, which I was kind of disappointed about. What the? I don't know why these guys just randomly started fighting me, but okay. Hit him! My, oh my. But yeah, so I have plenty of experience with multiplayer stuff when it comes to Gen 4, but like, not really anything after that. Through the wall. That's how good of an assassin I am. That guy's gonna scratch his nose quick. No one wanna attack? Fine. I'll attack you then. My, oh my. Fine, how about I throw you into each other? Wait, can I throw you into the scaffold? Yes. I love how he just collapses on the spot. It's hilarious. It slap. Did. My, oh my. Can I throw you over the thing there? I'm disappointed. Poke them. Pokey pokey. Oh, their friends just watch as this happens. My, oh my. Throw him into the tree. That's not the tree. Throw him into the... Dang, I can't aim. Tree. Dang. Can't throw anybody into the freaking tree. Fine, I'll grab you. My, oh my. Let's switch to short sword. Let's change things up a bit for funsies. We're doing a lot of the regular sword. Where's the person I saved? Did they leave again? Where are they? Dang it, they left again, didn't they? Oh, man. Well, maybe I can go up to the synchronization point first, then. But I could always do. Makes me sad that you can't assassinate people from there. Strongest of... Wait, what was it again? Dang it. The hardest of choices required the strongest of wills. How do I climb up this? I don't access this memory at this time. Grab the... Ow.
Defending us from their wicked ways.
Whoa.
He seems to be in a hurry.
He seems to be in a hurry. Yeah, I am. I am indeed. Oh yeah, something I never use. Eagle vision. It's the first time this playthrough I've used it. Apart from the tutorial time. My, oh my. I'm Altair. I'm Altair. Come on, Altair. You can do it. I believe in you. You don't believe in yourself, I'll believe in you. I'll believe for you. Climb up there. Synchronize. Okay, hopefully that reset the saving the Dudo. I have one more of those points to go. Did I just see something glowing there? No. I thought I saw like a flag or something. Can I really not climb up this thing? Man. Look out, dude. I got places to be. Alright, let's see here. I sucks that I can't air assassinate. Bonk. I love how I can take out two before they actually do something about it. Ah! What am I doing? My oh my. Someone gonna attack me? No? Okay. Freaking... My oh my. Ah! Time to die. Yeah, I'm starting to definitely get better at combat in this game, bit by bit. I'm slowly starting to learn it. When I played this the first time, I never properly learned combat. But now I'm actually starting to get it down. Bit by bit. It's also so much nicer to play with a controller.
But I saw the darkness in your eyes. Sorry, I have nothing to offer in return for your sacrifice. But I shall see to it that my brothers know you are a friend.
Cool. Oh, what's this? Informer Archer Stealth Assassination Challenge? Now that sounds spicy. Does everyone just own swords and carry them around in this universe? All the guards do. But people don't seem to have a problem with me carrying a whole bunch of weapons around. Well, unless I run. If I don't use ladders like I'm supposed to, and I just climb up buildings like this, they don't like it. But otherwise, they're okay with me having weapons. Or I'll do this, and they'll be like, ah, he's just having a peaceful time praying. He's not doing anything wrong. He couldn't want to kill anyone. Running, 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 running. Whew, just barely made it there. No, Altair, this is not the time to climb that. Not the time. Also, we have a character named Altair in 2 of the playthroughs I'm doing right now, Bravely Second and Assassin's Creed. Altair is the name of one of the main characters in Bravely Second. Hey, man.
It's good you've come, brother. I could use that blade of yours. There's too many archers about. This makes it difficult for me to work.
Just the camera there.
All of them. And I might be able to assist you in your campaign against the Mad Doctor.
Maybe I should angle it down a bit.
That you must do this without being seen. Should you be discovered, they'll sound the alarm and you'll be forced to try again.
They'll somehow magically resurrect. Stealth assassinate all archers without becoming exposed. How many are there? Just 2. Let's see here. It's a shame I can't air assassinate. That's a shame there. Let's equip the hidden blade.
Stay strong, citizens. Remain fixed in your beliefs, though the road
Monk.
and your trials.
Oh, the other one's staring right at me. Thank goodness he's blind. Thank goodness he's short-sighted. To get more realistic and the cops are smart, they could just get enough to surround you and, you know, be confident enough to attack you when you're murdering one of the guards. Yeah, they all just watch as their friends get murderized one by one. Nice how they only attack at once. In some of the later AC games that I played, like 3 and 4, I haven't played a whole lot of games past that, but in Assassin's Creed 3 and 4, sometimes 2 enemies would attack you, but in that case, you would just hit the counter button, and then you would pull off a very, very spicy looking counter animation where you take out both of them. Like, some of the most choreographed ones, it seemed like. Like, they were very great eye candy. So, if 2 people did attack you at once in that, it was just instant death to them. I didn't even realize there was a hay bale there. Why do I keep calling them hay bales? They're not bales. What? But yeah, so there's that. Wait, where is this guy? Where is he? Ah, here he is. Who needs free running down in Assassin's Creed Unity when you can just drop? I can assassinate him?
Well done, Altair.
It's not.
With those archers dead, I can be about my business.
My ear.
It's some sort of work order for repairs to Garnier's hospital. Perhaps it'll be of use to you.
Heck yeah. Alright, let's see here. We've got a viewpoint over here. Let's go over to it. I see it over there. Nice, nice. Running, 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 running. Peace to the Holy Land. Give me that flag. Give me that. I keep freaking praying by accident. Hospitalier flags. Freaking. You can do it, I believe. Up. There you go. There you go, man. My oh my. I like that guy. He's got a white robe. We've got a white robe. It was meant to be exactly. Oh, I think the blue just means viewpoints. I was wondering what the blue meant in the thing before. I thought that meant I had something incompleted. But apparently that's not the case. This away. I don't like his run. Weird. Why is he doing that? Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oi. Who wants to attack first? You, good sir. Our first contestant. Whoops. I mistimed that. My oh my. I was trying to throw them into each other, but okay. Works for me. Did it? Whoa. at his face.
Stranger, I'll see to it that my husband hears of your bravery.
Now that guy needs some Pepto-Bismol or something to relieve his diarrhea. Holy crap. The faces he was making while on the ground there. Ow. Jeez. Rude. I was just trying to admire that, my guy. Oh, man. My, oh my. I can't climb up this, can I? Dang. That sure sucks. Running, 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 running. I like all the free running routes it makes available to you. I didn't, I guess in my first playthrough I didn't realize how much thought they put into that for the first game. Oh, they're on the other side, I think. Over here. Drop down, Altair.
I'll have your hands for that.
Freaking kill him. Kill him. My oh my. Oi. That's what you get for being rude.
God only knows what foul deeds those men intended to commit.
Oh, why are my ears itchy?
You arrived when you did, stranger. I'll see to it that my husband hears of your bravery.
Whoa, here. Being weird for a sec there. All citizens were saved within the poor district of Acre. Alright, off to the bureau we go. There's nothing left, right? Yeah, that's it. Whoops, wrong thing. Bureau. Let's go to the bureau of the city. Alright, let's see here. We've done our good deeds around here. And let's see what we've got over here.